I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is April 15, Tuesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So yesterday, again, we talked about possibly either coming down here and taking that low to then buy up, because back then, previous to videos ago, if you've been watching the videos, you know what I'm saying that when we pushed up here, we would come back in some sort and then continue back up. If that leg continues up, then you get these higher highs, higher lows. Okay, but now we are here at a double top, and I said, okay, well, it's a double top, so it could fail and come down, or we could just push right through it. But I'm not married to anything, but I understand the logic of each situation. And today's a prime example of, to show you trades that it doesn't even have to be bullish or bearish. How are you going to manage the day in like a day simple trade, where I mentioned that we could possibly consolidate because we're in this imbalance on this daily bearish one right here in the pink, and then you have obviously the current one in purple, and it's quadded. The levels are already on the chart here, right? So the day plays out with us just coming back down, bouncing back up to the 75%, and then selling back off, back down in. So, and that's exactly how I played today and the logic. So take a look here. Try to make this simple and short, because again, if it wasn't going to go up or really go up or really go down, then, consolidation. And I mentioned, you got to listen carefully to the video yesterday, as I mentioned, that we could consolidate. So in that case, how does it look like? Well, a lot of key areas here. Obviously, yesterday's opening range gap, I got this quadded from this high to this low, because I'm just like measuring this range as far as the quadding level, meaning if we're going to be bullish, then I want to see these be used as some type of stepping stones up, right? Keep in mind, I have the bearish imbalance there, and then I have obviously over here the quadded levels already. Take a look what they did here. Pre 8:30, 8:30, I was like, man, this is going to be an easy buy, and I was like, nah, I'm playing with these people. But what's it called? Again, I mentioned also we would prefer not to take out these lows from yesterday's PM session. So if that's the case, as you see in Asia, we pop up. It's like kind of like higher high, higher low. It's kind of like fanning up, and then at 9:30, because I'm going to be trading today at 9:30. Even though I saw this and I was like, bro, this is going to be so slick, but I let it go and ended up a mistake because of the fact, well, not a mistake because I wasn't going to trade, but in the fact that it was going to be difficult at 9:30. So look at 9:30 here. The price is already up here. 9:30 isn't down here, isn't down here. It's literally up here. So you can tell that it's going to be a push first, right? And pushes are random. Not random, I'm sorry. Pushes are not as common as dumps first at 9:30. So that's more of a reason why this is a higher low to buy. But preferably, I'm not going to be buying this in the middle of a range. When I say middle of a range, well, I know I have this one, this high, this low that I just talked about. And then I also understand that if it makes a new high, where would that high be, which would be somewhere up here? If 9:30 is here and the low is here, and we have liquidity above, like on the 15-minute. So I'm right here at 9:30. This is not favorable. Do not even want to really even trade this. This is not like something I want to be a part of, because it could easily do either one, right? Remember that in the previous day in London, we are tagging the 50 already. So algorithmically, I mean, the flow of that, I mean, obviously, if we're going to stay underneath this opening range gap, then we'll be below it. But we're at 9 and we're right here, and then we tag it. So it's like, okay, this is not most likely going to be a sell, only because we do have liquidity to the left up here. We have that imbalance. So the first thing I'm looking at is like, yo, where's the imbalance in liquidity? I see an imbalance right here, a breakout level with the liquidity sitting there. And then we also understand that we have that top 75% open wide, not really hit, right? And then also what's funny is that 75% of the gap is also the top 75% of this opening range gap from Monday. And on top of that, look what's laying there, this quad level. The top 25% of that is laying on top of that as well, right? With this. So you got, this is like This is like an algorithmic magnet right here that we're and agenda that we were going to be coming to. So but I didn't still need to buy this though because of the opening range gap. I wanted to be a buyer from under here. I wanted to tag this level. This is going to frame the video. Just fire. This is a breakout level. Boom, right there. So when we were here, I was like, I'll be a buyer. I want to buy from down here. Guess what? It never did. So I had higher highs and higher lows. So it was pumping first. And these higher highs and higher lows right here, these are just the leg from the low to the high. See that? So I understand that if move one is already in the picture, again, if we're bullish or bearish, now you see us coming down. But in general, if we were bullish or bearish, but let's just say we were bullish, okay, then you made the new high. You got the 3 drives. Yes, they're super fucking ugly, but the key level is what? The 75% level up there or whatever, 25, whatever it is. It's really the top 75, I guess, right? But then you got this projection here. Look, 2 to 2.5 right here. And X marks the spot. So guess what? This is a trade. Why? Because at this point, it's again, higher high. Where's my higher low? I'm selling down to come in at least to get into this breakout level with the imbalance of the first imbalance and, breakout level there, plus the 930, which is right there. Actually, if you do the 50% of this whole range, oh, what a coincidence. There's 50 right there. Even if this is a speaker or not, it's a mean reversion. Many ways to look at this. You also have, before I get ahead of myself. So you get these 3 drives that are ugly, but I know I should have bought this. I didn't need to buy. I shouldn't have to buy this because I was being careful. That's why I didn't buy it. But I also had this breakout. See this high right there? And that's where the 930 pops up and tags that area, missing that 25% of opening range gap. That's on purpose. That's slick. Another, not sexy situation, but this is perfect. This high and that low are the same level. So right there is a break. So again, the buying situation here with these pumps at 930 that are like really up there. I would prefer to be a buyer from down here. Didn't get that. So I said to be careful. But the reason why you can buy this is because it did come right back to that breakout level. So it's a higher low technically. And then you get these 3 higher highs and higher lows. But these are very shallow. This is just for the leg. Where is the big range? This is move 1 already. We just pushed up. We got a partial. This was at 930. It was already the partial of the rest of 1. Okay. And also, if I'm at 930 and I know that's the low, and then there's going to be some type of high, and it's going to come back in for a higher low. If I'm doing basic as price action, well, then I know that the high is up here somewhere, right? I know I'm at 50%. I'm not trying to be involved at a 50% area. Why would I want to do that, right? So, but at the same time, this is still a good buy. Anyways, hold it for the dream drives. If you did, I'm out of the market, not yet. Trying to catching some losses right here. No big deal. Finally get to my target. And this is a better place. Why? Because my whole time was to get, obviously, you see this breakout level right there, right? That imbalance with this liquidity here sitting there. So I have that, but then I have the 25%, top 25% level on the black in the background. Remember that? So I know this is a key area. This is me being impatient trying to sell it. But at the same speaking, when I measure this candle and it comes down, it comes into a 101.5. So I really would like to have already broke down, but this is just me being impatient. But the point is that, well, where do you think we come here? Well, now I'm here. And remember, just so you know, I was telling you from the beginning, and well, you weren't there, but I was also telling myself from the beginning, this is where I want to come down into. So, okay, cool. Get this level right here. We tag this right here. See this guy here? See this bearish down candle? See the wick on top? We don't take that out. And it's another reason why you're like, how did you sell this here? Well, because I want to be underneath that candle. I don't want him to take out that candle. If we're in a sell off, I would rather not, because that would be a change. It's actually kind of like a shift in structure. This is kind of like the last resort candle right there, right? That's why they're squeezing up here to take them out. You're going to leave that there though. They're going to build more liquidity here. But the point is that as a new range from here to here, coming back in, beautiful. That's the logic of being up here, and beautiful. And remember, this is going to be a wick on a higher time frame. On a 1 minute, you will see bodies here. So that's also the reasoning. So then we get this imbalance. We pop right in. I didn't even draw. I don't need to. Measuring just this right here. You can see 2 to 2.5 is right here. What do we have? The 930. I'm taking the picture right in the gap. Look at that little gap, buddy. That is gangster shit right there. Look how perfect that is. That's a super logic. But obviously I'm trying to squeeze it down, and then guess what? We're getting to an oversold. We're getting it's a good trade. Okay, take a look. Then we came down here. This is very specific. We came down here in there, right? Look how they did me bogus. They wouldn't let me in here. They knew motherfuckers like me was gonna come in and try to buy this. Why are we buying this? Well, besides the higher low, besides the sealment, look, they ended up sealing the opening range gap to a tick. You think buyers and sellers did that? That's a perfect level it came down to. But look what they did. They pushed the wick so hard I couldn't catch it. Why would they do that? They're rushing to get the motherfuckers who's selling right here. All selling in here and here and here and here. They're just coming down and selling. They're hurrying up to a balanced price range as well. The first imbalance. So you see the first imbalance. They're coming right back. I even take this sell. I'm not even going to show the trade. I should, but why am I taking this sell? Because move 1, push down, move 2, and in general speaking, I'm looking for the buy to push up for 3. 3 can keep going, or 3 can stop. Why am I taking this picture here before it fucking falls? What did we get into? I'm measuring just the wick here. You can see 2 to 2.5 right there. Plus that imbalance. Look at the plus. All you have to do is have a sell stop right there, and you're in the money, son. Right? Just easy momentum. Why do you think they're back up here? So again, don't need to be bearish. Don't need to be bullish. This is just fucking logic of where the price is. Right? So especially with this understanding here, end up speakering out in its own, but it's fine. But here's this thing. So they pushed it down, right? Perfect level. We also have the midnight level here, which we end up disguising and tagging later. But why did I take this buy? Well, first of all, I was right about it dropping down and getting to where? Remember that guy? You remember I talked about this breakout level? And when I wanted to be in it, I wanted them to come in it first so I could buy up. All right. So they came to it, buddy. Beautiful, right? Almost hit the 25% in the background, a little right there on the gap. But what matters here is that now that they pushed up real quick, this is an automatic sell real quick to take a drive down. This sell here can either blow through or it can get back into this 50%. Why? Because that's an unfair candle. That's what I call it. This is unfair. I mean, it was just impossible to catch this, right? You could have, though. But then guess what? The price comes into it. I sold it from here, literally right here. Look at the 50% of the gap, nested with obviously that gap that's the yellow one right here, but nested perfectly, right? I got it measured here, got to 2 to 2.5, and then they push up real quick for it, and then we're gonna push down real quick. Why? Because just in case even computers got into this trade here to the buy, they're coming back down for their ass. Not a coincidence. Bottom 25% of the wick. Look where I'm getting in. Bad entry in my opinion, but it doesn't matter. I knew the candle came in. This candle starts pushing up with strength, and I'm going to get in there because why? The major reason is this is move 1, move 2 down. Forget the fuckery of up and down in here. The logic's still the same. Move 1 up, move down 2, move 3 up. Obviously to wipe out more of this area, right? And you got the 50%. Remember, don't forget the 50% of the whole gap. This sell was sick. But you have to take that profit because it might not go through. And the point is, you weren't really bearish here. You were actually trying to come up, in general speaking, right? So I wasn't looking at it as a double top. I don't have to be married to just consistently selling here only because I'm basically damn near neutral. All because I did say yesterday that this would be more likely like a very consolidating area. And you see we're still in the fucking area, right? Also, by the way, when this pushed down here, why am I looking at this as to be a buy and not continue down? Look at the 50% of the bearish daily. You see it hidden over here? I got it here, but I look at the 50% level. Oh, you don't say. That's this right here. We're tagging it. When it's here, it's also bouncing on top of that. I want to see that also be used to move number 3. Move number fucking 3 did, buddy. And guess what? I don't need to keep going above here. I am in a 2 to 2.5. I am in a place where it can reverse, and it fucking did. Well, eventually after some fake drives, just like yesterday, right? But fire, just fire, and logic here. And by the way, why you think this sell was also in the picture here was because I had this projected up to the 2 to 2.5. See that? But really the gap was the main level there. But that's a beautiful logic, dude. Okay, push down, wiped out buyers. Pushing up, wiping out sellers. What do you think we're going to end up doing maybe later? Well, if we're not going to keep going, then we're going to come down and wipe out the buyers, right? And that's exactly what they did, buddy. So, as you can see here, popped up here, get out, candle 2 before, all right? And then they do this. They do this bogus shit where they pushed it all the way down to wipe out these buyers. You can still hold here because if you are actually still going up, I mean, in a perfect world, I would have loved for this to buy and then get to this level here and then get to this level here, right? And then obviously bust that liquidity if we're going to keep pushing up. But it didn't happen. So what is this? Taking this trade out? What is that doing? That's being fucking safe and doing what you're supposed to do as far as taking profit. If you add up the moves that I did, we've already came up here or down here even. So it doesn't matter, especially Tuesday, especially what it's being really fickle and it's starting, and it was slowing down, especially volatility type of ranges or and all that. But just it was a really nice day in the grand scheme of things. Just this 930 setup pushing here, that's fucking bogus. I mean, it's like I'm not interested in buying this. I mean I can, but I mean I'm just not interested. It's just not exciting. It's like I don't like the risk of it. But anyways, we pushed up and we kept doing drives. Look at that. Again. Oh my God. All the way. And they tagged that candle. And what does this mean? That means that this is to tell you, why are you still in the market playing around with these people? Be done. Move 1. If I would have caught that, it would have been beautiful, right? Guess what? The move 1 misses. I say that all the time in videos. I sometimes allow the first move to miss, and then I'm catching number 2 and 3. This is what I did today. Caught 2 and then caught 3. Right? But guess what? If it failed. So where's 4? 4, it actually came down. Okay. 1, 2, 3. They're fucking playing around here. Still 3, 4. So in a sense, it's a sell by sell if we just keep going bearish. But anyways, it's really consolidation, bouncing from that gap to this gap, back in the middle. See, it's playing in the middle. Look at, come on, up and down, bouncing, broke right through, coming right to the 25%, playing around. Now we hit that imbalance, not imbalance, the midnight level on purpose. This didn't. That's cool. Came back into that original breakout range, but what's more clear here? You can see that imbalance. Already got it highlighted in the pictures before we even came back down here. Look how they bounced 50% of that. What's this? I'm basically doing that just to show you that this is like, okay, breakout level. They put a liquidity there, but then they wanted to raid that and get really closer to the assholes that were at the last second pushing by here. And they're trying to make sure they get them. Oh, and you don't say they came down right here and look to the left here. You get the little balance price range push up. Someone's pushing by here and they're holding it, right? And they're trying to make sure to get back to these guys. And this is obviously where I was mentioning at the 8:30 where we would want to go. But anyways, then they what's it called? Dropping the price fast. It's pretty early in the day. They you can see 10:15, 10:30 retracing back up to wipe liquidity. London is getting closed and lunch is going to start. and they're fucking around, and basically either it was going to continue or lunch was going to push it back down to hump liquidity, and then decided to pull the rug. And if you're still in the market playing with these people, this is my grand point. Why? Because if you're still holding on this, as you notice, I'm taking the profits. Who cares if I'm right to go up or go down? The main motherfucking point is that you're taking the profit of that trade. I'm gonna tell you something. If you take these probabilities and these sequences of moves, and you take and you save and you take the profit, it's like, are you still holding from here? I mean, listen, I understand that you can, but do I really want to hold a buy from up here? It's not logical. So they're in a predicament where they're just like sitting in the middle, and it's not attractive. So even if it's not a trending day and it's consolidating, we logically maneuvered through this. I mean, very clear. When 930 is here and this is here, okay, it comes up. That's move one, right? Let me do like this. That's move one. Okay, well, where's move two? Move two. Oh shit. Move two. Where's move three? Okay. So you see that? I didn't need to be bullish or bearish. Just I'm letting this dictate the possibilities of where it's gonna go. Algorithmically, logically, even feelings wise. Hope this all makes sense. I'm pretty sure it does. And then we were trying to hold above these imbalances here. And then at first it worked, but then we broke through, and then we used it as resistance. You could see, that's why it's still there on the chart. And I have it highlighted in the beginning of the candles, beginning of the video and the pictures. I mean, you can see that then, they cross over. We get these big three drives here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So move 1, move 2, move 3, move 4. Move 4, if that's the lower high and it failed, then and it breaks that low, then you're going to get a leg down, and it has its 3 drives. So if that's 4, where's 5? Right there. 5. Again, I don't fucking care where this thing's going to go. But we can use logic. Could I have been a part of this? Yes. I didn't want to be a part of it. I was done. This shit was whack. I was like, I'm good. But don't need to be involved anymore, because I know the probabilities of what it's going to actually do is going to drop dramatically. But this 1, 2, and 3 was, for me, a guarantee. I say this type of shit every day. So just super fire, and we're just sitting here, bro. That's what it is. All right, I want to move forward so I can make short videos. And dollar is not really that helpful. It is pushing up, so the selling, well, it actually kind of is helpful. It's pushing up, and we're kind of selling off, but whatever. And then here, nothing really for me to mention here too much. You did have a lower high here, that's why it, the failing of it was kind of on the. You can see getting out of this shit and not being involved is very fucking smart. Especially when I took this out. Why? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Constantly thinking gonna go up. And the motherfuckers who's holding the bag here and stubborn and want to play and touch fire with their hands on the stove, they do this. See that? And it's laughing when they did this. Because I was like, I knew you bitches were on some suspect shit. But look at that. Bounce right off of it. So remember here, that low that they made in 830, you can see we're bouncing right on that 25% of that range. We popped up, got there, we retraced back, and oh no, we didn't hit it here, obviously. We got lower, but now we're kind of using this down candle, and we're I don't know, we might not be done coming down, buddy. But they were just trying to get into this breakout, guys, right here with this little shit here. Because now, guess what? When they came down here and they were trying to wipe these motherfuckers out, when they're coming up, they want to wipe out this easy lower highs, right? I mean, you didn't even have to be a lower high from here. It broke, retraced right in. Look at that. Boom, bouncing back in multiple times right there. Just boom, sell, sell, sell. 1, 2, 3 drive. Coming up, wiping them out. Does it keep going to get them, or is it going to come back down to now get this guy and 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 this guy? See, you already had the higher lows here. See that? But when I made the video yesterday, it was early. It was dropping while I was finishing the video. All this shit, they did this in the power hour, right? So they dropped it here. So did it keep going or not? That's why I made the video like this and said it coming down from here. I don't even know if it's gonna go this low. It might just be above here and then pop up. We didn't get all the way up, but the move from down here to up here and then back in and stopping here. That's what we did today now, right? So nothing too crazy, right? Again, it's looking very suspect. Very difficult to read about what it's gonna do. No need to be right. No need to be saying, "Oh, I can't be in the market." I mean, I can still be in the market, but I'm not like in the market for like a major idea here. Like I don't have to have that, right? Like the motherfucker just went up, down. I mean, it's just like it's fine. It's fine. But if I'm stubborn enough to sit here and try to hold that shit, that shit would probably piss me off, right? What am I doing here? Okay, so the thing is the reason why, I don't know, double top or not, or I'd like to just see it push up and get into this area here and then make a lower high to then sell off. But maybe it's so weak they'll just do it here. I mean, we are at a resistance spot too, so it's easy that we end up getting this push down for that candle, and then if it does do that, yeah, it can still go up, but I think it might just kind of, I don't know and I don't care. And what the fuck? It's so ugly, bro. Imagine if you took a look at this shit. Oh my god, I would just be mad. Still in this gap. They have a gap right here. I'm not going to draw. I don't need to. You can see that right there. It'd be nice to just tag that, then come back down. It's a little unfair if you ask me. I mean, look at S&P for a second. I mean, on this candle here of April 2nd, I mean, it just gapped and was down here. It's like, bro, that's like not even fucking fair. And are they voided of price there? Are there some void of price? Yeah. See that, bro? Like, so for me, the algorithm should say like, hey, we got to go fix that mess up that we did. Let's go back up there, and in doing so, we've wiped out that liquidity, got the slithering guys. Maybe it's a dangling carrot, but I doubt it. I don't know. And then be fair, and Trump shit too. That was unfair, but whatever. So I don't know. Very suspect. That's why I had the understanding of trying to just be more of a buyer today, right? I was a seller and a buyer. So that makes sense, right? All right, so I guess I'll draw this. Oh, before I do, let me just do this, and then Nvidia. When they had the gap from yesterday, they came down, and then today was more of like pushing back up to wipe out the sellers from yesterday, because yesterday was a more likely selling day because of the opening of the gap, and then today was more going to be of a buying day because it was going to probably come back up because I was a seller in there. So why wouldn't it come back up to go to, and that's just the basic shit. So that's Monday and Tuesday. Is Monday the low of the week or the high of the week, right? It's kind of like where now I'm trying to gauge it. Obviously you can speaker out either way. I mean, these equal highs here, you got the lows here. So, I mean, it's anyone's ball game. Because the thing is, on a weekly candle, I don't really expect this to like stay a weekly bullish candle unless it's going to be really strong. It could though. And that's why, like, buying up, and then we end up being up here for the week. Now you got a second bullish candle, and then that could be the lower high because we broke and we're swinging back up, right? So how long does this lower low to lower high take to finish? And then I want to see a rollover again. I'm not even going to have to draw that. But just to do this simply, again, see, they're going to just buy up first, right? If we're bullish, I'm talking. or it's going to come down first. Maybe sweep this. Maybe sweep this. I don't know. And then go up. Or, did I say this already here? All right, and then if we go up, then, then I want to see maybe come back down. So let's just say we end up going like that, right? I hope that makes sense. I don't know. I've said enough, right? And I know I'm missing something. 30 minutes. I like that. Gauging where the price is right now. We're sitting at square one. Are we gonna stay above this bearish imbalance and pop up into here? If not, are we gonna stay below it and we're gonna start kind of coming down like this? Then maybe using this to either bounce from or use as resistance. So I'm just gauging how we're flowing inside. I'm gonna delete this. It was not that important to me, that measurement, but it was just to see some extra confluence or something. But we bounced on the previous. We bounced on Friday's high too, so we're just kind of sitting there. But now we got this high, that high, and then you got this low, and this low. Obviously those lows. So it's kind of what do they call that? Pennant, or it just obviously is. It's not favorable, right? So we got to let more price action play out. But wonder if this gap's gonna hold the price down too. So we're already there, but I mean, because of S&P and Dow wanting to maybe go to theirs, maybe they dangle that carrot and leave it alone. They go away from it, and that's going to be tough for the market. But at the same time, okay, fuck it. If it keeps selling, we'll look for lower lows and lower highs going down. But you see, it's dead center. You can see the price action is dead center. So no need to rush anything. There really isn't. But the logic of what I'm talking about, I'm already out the market. Why I want to be involved after this? Why I want to be involved? Look at this. I'm not going to come back in the PM session to maybe trade this. Can I? Yeah. But fuck that. 1, 2, 3. Be done. You only need one of those. Let alone two. We're just kind of dying out here. Yeah. I think you guys take care and God bless.